Welcome in. No collective today, but here is the pile selection. So I'll leave you to it if you don't want to see the cards. Pile 1 is Bumblebee Jasper. Pile 2 is Blue Howlite. Pile 3 is agate? Pink agate? It's a heart and it's pink. And pile 4 is amethyst with a cool green inside. Oh no, this isn't green guy. This isn't green guy. Cool grey guy inside. Okay. Pile 1 is King of Pentacles upright. Pile 2 is Queen of Wands reversed. Oh, I feel shaky with that. Pile 3 is Moon reversed. And pile 4 is the Seven of Swords reversed. Cool. Cool. So you got your piles. Welcome in, pile 1. I like how the crystal's kind of looking like it's pointing to the abundance that the mind of this guy has created. So maybe you've just come into, or you are in a space of abundance that's come from your mind. Mental abundance that has grounded. It's like a grounded abundance, something that's physicalized, that you're able to like physically point to, literally point to, and it sprung from something that you had thought up yourself, or from something to do with your own brain. Interesting how I said your own brain. Sometimes it's possible you could be unsure if this was like a stability that was brought on by yourself or was brought on by others. And it's not to say that it wasn't supported by others, or that it wasn't a collaboration with the universe and the beings inside that, the beings of that. But it is to say that there's something particular about your own part that came from your mind. Okay. What else do we have for pile 1? The Bumblebee Jasper pile. Yeah, that makes me want to use the animal cards, but I do want to get some tarot out for you too. I almost said I do want to get some pentacles out for you. And I keep being drawn to it being... Well, in my head, when I said something, I was going, money. Are some of you quite chipper about your financial situation or about your physical stability of all that you're feeling able to hold? Four of Wands, yeah, I'm feeling this is like a you've come into a place of stability. You're feeling interesting. Okay, that's really cool. So I thought some of these were going to be in reverse, but the way I was being drawn to just moving my hands to get them into an upright, or into a position, they all turned upright. Okay. So we have King of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Yeah, the mind, look. King of Swords on the back. Well, not on the back, it just wanted to flip out, because I think you're very much aware that you've come into something of abundance, let's just say. That it took you a while to get to, and you had been very patient. If not that, you are being very patient, and it will certainly manifest itself. though to me a lot of this energy feels stable, so either again that's what you're coming into, or you're already at this place and this is wanting to be a reading of really recognizing all that you have created. I think you put a lot of work into something and you nurtured something to fruition. Something, possibly it could have been like a childhood dream. I feel like you weren't always secure in it, or you had to go through a lot of ups and downs to balance your inner landscape and your outer landscape to be able to make this work. There's a sense that you took on a lot of responsibilities, or you found yourself being very much stretched to get to the place that you're at. And it's interesting, it's giving very much the vibes of you worked really hard for where you're at, and the final card, the result, is Six of Cups, which feels like a place for you to dream and to lay back and explore the magic of life. I wanted to say once more. So you could have had a lot of your focus on the material realm for a while. I want to say this could have been like a really long while. And it doesn't mean that you didn't have focus elsewhere, but it's just to say that a lot of your energy was going into that. And what I think you're coming into now, or what comes after that, is I had no longer a feeling of trepidation, feeling like things are flowing, but more than that, feeling like you can... Let me get a confirmation on that, actually. I was getting something of like an offer. Like you have something that you feel to offer, and but I wasn't sure if it was which way around it was. Like you feel like you can receive now, and also you feel like you can give now. Like if we look at this, it's like there's a little tea party being created. I'm kind of feeling like you are the one pouring the tea. And that's something that you enjoy being able to do. It's like you can finally focus on something that brings you emotional contentment, emotional ease and love. Something that really feels like you treasure them. This could be your children. Or this could be a representation of children. Or the kind of animal? Animal children. Or the kind of family, whether that be of blood or soul, that feel like they bring a sense of wonder, a sense of childlike play, childlike romance, childlike, like that romance, it's a feeling of like romanticizing life, a feeling of emotional play. It's like the trees have become purple from, it's like you created your landscape, your woodlands to be, or you grew your woodland. You grew your woodland and it was green. And the final piece of the puzzle after all the maintenance is like a lens switch of, wow, now I get to experience them in purple. Okay, I think we'll get more specifics with the animal cards. But I want to note that the King of Swords came out, which I felt like was a reiteration of you. Like this has all come from your mind. Again, the fact that that's coming through as a message so strongly for you, I feel like you might doubt that you deserve what you've come into, maybe. We've got the Lovers in reverse. The Sun in reverse too. It's making me feel like you like diverged in some way. Okay, I want answers. Let me do a little drawing. 10 out. There's a lot of emotion here. This could even be that you were so focused on the physical that you weren't able in your mind to foster the types of relationships you wanted. And that's what's moving forward. That's what is switching for you. Okay. Yeah, see, before something happened, this kind of feels like that pentacle, actually. That's the pentacle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It feels like, but there's 3 lines on each side. It feels like, it even looks like the 2 of Pentacles, like with these 2. It's like the way in which you moved required you to put certain amounts of your energy into creating a sense of stability for yourself. But because of that, there were parts of your emotional landscape that went unmet, and I think that could reflect itself out into partnerships. And that might have been like the stray line. Because on the other side is balance. Do we do more? No, animals. Okay, let's get the animal cards now. I've just been thinking, so I got put into an energy, it's a very intense emotion. It's feeling very, what do I say? Sad? It's a simple word, but I think it describes it well. It's like a yearning. It's like a yearning for love that I don't have. Like wanting someone that either isn't there. Yeah, wanting someone that isn't there for whatever reason that is. I think maybe the reason that they're not there is particularly painful. Or that just adds to it, maybe. But I wasn't saying that because I wasn't sure if that was me picking up on your energy in particular, because I was sensing that before the reading. And I wasn't sure if it was someone else that I knew or not. Or, you know, like next door neighbors. I didn't think it was that one, but yeah, I really think this is you. It makes me want to the feeling that you're in, I think it's like I just want to lay my head down. It's like it's a bit too hard to keep my head up. I want to, and I saw a pillow and like on a bed, I just want to rest. I think you're, even though it's like not really showing this, I think you're exhausted. And that's really interesting to me because it's not showing that at all here. Well, 2 of Pentacles is a very busy card, and 7 of Pentacles is a lot of waiting. But 4 of Wands is so full of energy, it's a stable sort of passion. And King of Pentacles is so secure and so, like, thriving. And King of Swords also has a lot of mental energy. But I think that this partner that you don't have in some sense, or yeah, I'm going to leave it there. There's someone that you miss, someone that you don't have, and that could be a missing of someone that you don't know yet, or it can be of someone you do know. I think for a lot of you, it's someone you do know. That is, it's not draining you, but I think it really puts into perspective how much you've been running, how much you have been on a treadmill and haven't been soothed in the way that this person you either feel will or would or used to. I feel like for a lot of you it's used to. Yeah, this is really emotional. I think maybe it was really hard for you to balance personal life and work. You have come into a lot of stability because of it, though, I want to say. And look, Ram Perseverance, right under the Seven of Pentacles, which is like the same thing. Perseverance. You continue to nurture something. You continue to nurture. I'm just wondering, what if it was the relationship you continued to nurture? No, that's not it. That's going a bit empty. I think it's your work or your something in the physical. Woo! It's a lot of cards. I think you've reached a place where you feel like something has to change, or this is changing you. I think maybe it's changing the way you either view relationships or perhaps yourself. You may be realizing how you played a part in the ending of this thing that you didn't want to end, or in not having this thing that you want to have. Okay, so we have horse. I'm not sure if I'm going to put these down. I'm definitely going to keep these two though. But we'll flick through these. So horse with freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you, yet you've been so busy. You've been focused on a goal. And you got that goal. You created that. You had success with that. Or you continue to have success with that. Yeah, I think you're such a driven individual. It just may have driven you may have been driving to the point where you passed by some stops that now, having passed them by, you wish you would have stayed longer or stopped at. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. Yeah, see, that's why it's like the sense of, I'm not seeing that you're actually exhausted. It's like, I'd be willing to bet you could still go on a run right now. Like, at any time, you could go for a run. Or, I don't know, something else. More exercising. But it's like that, it's like your physicality and your mind has the energy to keep going always. But I think that is what caused you to be so successful, but also caused you to not slow down. And maybe partnerships were asking you to slow down to be with them, whether that be like metaphorically or literally. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Dog, friend. And it is also feeling like it's not, there's nothing saying that you did wrong. It's just saying what happened. Dog, friend. Today I guess you know your situation, how you feel about it. Dog, friend. Today I will love without condition. I just felt like it was important to say, like, to keep reassuring that you have come to so much from the way you acted, and now it's like now you can change the way you focus your energy because of the stability you've created for yourself. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I'm a protector and friend. Personal choice. Okay, I'm going to read this, so feel free to do this exercise, and if not, I might interpret it another way. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Now embrace these qualities. Did some of you, or did someone see an otter? It felt like a family feeling. Okay. Orca whale, adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. This is also giving family vibes. The image I'm getting from this orca card is a sense of you being like a lone orca who swam off into the distance to learn how to swim themselves, and you became a powerful swimmer, and now you're fully accomplished in that, and you're wanting to show the rest how to swim, or return to, or create a pod to swim alongside now. Yeah, this is giving like a sense of, okay, you can do it alone, now can you do it together? Freedom, friend, personal choice, and adventure. You may really value your independence. You may really value your career, your work, what your focus goes on or has been going on. And so it's like you didn't want to sacrifice that for anyone, or for something in particular. And oh, I need to sneeze now. I really think it's someone in particular. Oh, at the back of the deck is also Tiger, Fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold, I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. All of that energy you have. I bet you love to travel, or this is freedom that you don't want to let go of. This also could be, like, this regeneration card. I feel like it might be asking you... Okay, let's get a card for what it's asking. Because I'm like getting a sense of it, but it didn't want to come through then, so we'll see. In these cards. I'm hearing no, but I'm not being shown which cards yet. Ah, then. Okay. Character cards. I just wanted to call you Pile 4 then. I'll leave that there. I think it's that like sense of stability you have. Which for some of you, you may... Like, when I say the word stability, maybe some of you think straight to something more unmoving, but it feels like for you, it's like, it could even be a routine. Or say you are always traveling, there's still a sense of stability you get from that, or with that. I think the stability is in your independence. I don't think that. I think it's so much more than that. I think there's like a particular career you have or something. Or business you've created. I guess that's the same thing. Okay, at the back of the deck is Roger. Busy, busy, busy bee. He has so many jobs. Maybe you're like a pro multitasker. Multi-business owner. Okay, so we have Cecilia, Raido-kun, and Koro-sensei. What wants to pop through? Ace of Swords in reverse. I feel like you realized something you can't unrealize. Maybe something you didn't want to realize, or maybe this reading is nudging that. Okay, so I think there could be a struggle with emotion here. Cecilia is a robot. Raido-kun just gives me such like stoic energy. And Koro-sensei has a moon on his tie, and he's a teacher, which kind of makes me think of learning emotions, or teaching. Oh, I guess teacher should be more the opposite way. But that's what I immediately thought of. He also looks a bit like a a graduate here, which is student. But also it makes me think of an intellectual. So Cecilia is definitely of the mind. And you got King of Swords and King of Pentacles, which are like the masculine of the masculines. You really might resonate with masculine energy. I think you're being asked to... Well, yeah, let's get a card more, because I feel like that's where you've come from. Birds? I am also feeling like it's hard for me to decide what decks to use for you. So I think it's like, I wonder if you want partnership, but you also feel an indecision surrounding it. Maybe you have a person in mind that is even available, but there was that thing about the past. I think there's some sort of opportunity perhaps that you don't know if you want to take or not, because you're afraid of losing your freedom. You're afraid of losing what you've built. Or you don't know how to change. You don't know. You've been in one way for so long, you don't know. You're not feeling so comfortable in the emotional realm, perhaps. Okay, so what are you being called into? That's what I want to get a card for. What is your heart desiring? What would bring... I don't even know what I want to say there. It's like, this is maybe how you're feeling too, like you're well versed in one area of life, and you feel like in the area that you're wanting to speak on, or you're wanting to delve into, you don't know what to say then. You don't know how to maneuver through that realm. What are you being called into? Okay, I'm taking the Starling, but it's less of... This is more like an add-on. So we have Mute Swan. I think you might find it hard to express your emotions. Because you have such a powerful mind. I don't think it's expression in and of itself, but I think it's when it comes down to your feelings, when it comes down to sensitivity, that's what you find hard to display. So, for one, the Mute Swan, it's called mute. That's why I got a bit of that. It's hard to speak. It's like you feel like you're put on mute in certain aspects of your life. And it could even be that you feel like you can express your emotions very well with certain people, but maybe not in relationships, or maybe it's only certain emotions. The Starling is making me think of... But first, you might have like your moon aspected in your astrology chart, which in like hard aspects, or you might have Chiron in relation to it, or Lilith, even Saturn. There's a sense that you feel so called somewhere, and it's somewhere of the heart. It's somewhere of depth. The Starling is just making me think of stars. I'm also thinking of how Starlings are really noisy, I feel like. And they're also, I feel like they're quite harsh. You might fear a harshness, or you may have experienced in childhood your emotions being rationalized or like only ever interpreted in a very logical way, or you may have just been raised in a way that caused you to shut down emotionally and caused like a fear of expressing your emotions. Perhaps you had quite, I'm kind of seeing it like explosive parents who, this doesn't have to be exact, but for some of you this is a strong confirmation. Your parents may have got angry at you when you were overly emotional or just emotional, full stop. So you may have learned that to be vulnerable with how you're feeling is to be like in the line of fire. Okay. What were the other cards that these I wanted to use? Animals and dragons. I'm gonna get another one for where are you being called? Kingfisher. Be patient and focused. This is just, again, it's giving me like it's a bird, it's about communication, but it's fishing, it's talking about water. I think that it's, again, just reiterating that message of expressing how you feel. Shall we? Okay, I think what I want to do is clear the table and get down to it. Maybe you know, because I was gonna then say like, okay, so how do you feel? And then cards for how you feel when you go to it. Okay, let's just get cards for how do you feel when you go to express how you feel, or how do you feel? Are you unsure about how you feel? Okay, I'm just gonna clear and see what comes through. Where's my bird deck gone? There. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like you have so much emotion. It's like a well of emotion. And maybe thinking about talking, sharing them makes you want to cry. Okay. So, okay, now sacred geometry. Yeah, I feel like you're called into a bit of a reset. Because with me clearing the entire table to start again, and also, what was that? There was another thing. Oh yeah, your final card was the animal regeneration. Did it say regeneration? I feel like it might have, but it was a lizard of shedding the skin. And lizards can like lose so much of their bodies, right? And still be alive. Still grow it back. Something is not lost here, but it's wanting to be completely started over again and built from the ground up once more. Prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Crown chakra. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. I can see many different situations, and some of you may not have fully resonated with everything I was saying, but it's like the essence of the expression, I think, would have clicked for all of you. Maybe not, because my cards just didn't. Okay, I guess there's something that resonates for everyone. I'm not even asking questions. I think that you may find that the best way to approach yourself and that which you wish to express isn't by putting restrictions on what you should and should not be doing or saying. There's a sense of allowing yourself to say how you really feel, to go with the flow more. Passion. 34. We've got 2 sevens there. 977. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. I'm getting for some of you this could be a frustration, and instead of trying to block the frustration or to like ignore it or push against it, there's a call to express it, and that doesn't have to be to anyone in particular, but that can just be with yourself. It's letting this emotion be known, and I think that might be what that prosperity card was talking about a little bit, not mostly, I think, but a little bit of just allowing yourself to say what comes to mind, even if it's just to yourself, to get it out. Third eye chakra. The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic powers. There's something I think you feel so connected to, so aware of, so spiritually in line with. I want to go back to the start. Yep. With prosperity, we have fertility. Some of you are going to get your own things from this. I can feel it. We have belief, 11, and a crown. You can trust what you see. You can trust what you know. I think a lot of you feel like you don't have enough. But it's in like a skewed way. It's like that those words might not click. So the passion is dynamic, which makes me think like, yes, there's a lot bubbling within you. Finally, change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality. You know what I was actually getting from that? Because it kind of came in reverse especially. Also, I want to say that 12 is double 6. Which makes me think that there's something you're going around in circles with. That's what this makes me think of. And it's a sense of like it won't change. It's like what you're seeing won't change. There's something that you just know, you feel. It's like a gut sense. For some of you, it's far more like tangibly experienced, like you're literally getting visions of something, or you're dreaming of the same thing, or it's like something you can't unsee, something that's create like it's asking for change, but it also is like forever the same thing repeating itself. I think it's like it's repeating itself, it's going around in circles. You keep experiencing the same gut sense or the same knowing of what is forwards, and that will remain until I split the deck to communication, until you speak it to existence, until you express yourself. Okay, I want to get confirmation. Are you expressing? What are you expressing? That's pretty clear. 10 of Cups and Ace of Cups, splitting to Four of Wands and Six of Cups. This is home. This is love. This is your forever. This is a... Okay, it doesn't have to be your forever, but there's a sense of... It could be that for you. It's just family. It's family. It's that feeling of family. The feeling of that partner that you want to talk to. That partner that you want to know... that you want them to know how you feel. I think for some of you, you may even want to... I can see this going many ways. Okay, I might get... What's the subject? But I just said that, didn't I? Let's just get a tarot card to go... No, let's do it over here. What are you trying to... What do you want to communicate? Like, trust what you see. They all flopped out when I was looking at the belief and crown. That you have a knowing. And you have so much emotion surrounding that knowing. Okay, I'm going to say it in a very simple way for each of these, which is you feel abundant, you feel like you've got your ground. Okay, you've got your ground. You're connected to... Believe in yourself, believe in your own... I guess it's not as simple as I was trying to... I think this is you. But it is so simple. I think you might be trying to overcomplicate it. Let's see what these cards were. Seven of Wands. We have... I'm not going to take any of these reversed because I don't know which way they want to be. Seven of Wands. Three of Swords. You're defensive because you've been hurt. Two of Swords, which is causing an indecision, and it's causing that lack of communication. And a Death. Oh, I didn't mean to say it like that. I'm just noting these swans too. There are a lot of swan imagery in this. There is a lot of swan imagery in this deck. But just because we had mute swan earlier. Oh, also romance. It's making me think of fidelity. Is that what it's called? What am I thinking? I'm imagining them, or at least my hands are. You might find your body is showing you a lot too. Even though we don't have root chakra, we do have passion. It's like you have a lot circling you. And it's circling you, like, it's right in the center between the belief and third eye. It's like, because of what you can spiritually sense, you are feeling some type of way. You're feeling a lot of different things. And those feelings won't get relieved or expressed, or they won't get, it's like they're gonna keep getting bigger is what it feels like, because there hasn't been the proper outlet for them. Even if there has been outlet for them, it's not the outlet that is to do with the root of where it's coming from. What is the Death about? To do with Two of Swords. Yeah, this is literally just between the heart and the mind. I think the Death is this, like, this passion. It's this massive surge of fire within you that won't let you stay in indecision. Like, it's burning you up to be in indecision, it feels like. To not be listening to your heart and what you emotionally feel drawn towards. Okay, so for some of you, it's not that you... No, but it is. I was gonna say, okay. in some sense, all of that thing I was talking earlier about, like being very stable but not with the emotion, but it's not so much that you're not with the emotion, but it's more like what you are choosing is expressing that to existence, to yourself. That I just think that you've been hurt and you don't want to be hurt anymore. And interesting I said it like that, because my mind was going to say again, but this is more like anymore, because you're in the state of feeling hurt. And that's what you're transforming out of, what you're changing, what you're feeling called to kind of put an end to. The cycle of, it could be overthinking that keeps you in a loop. It's a sense of, like, I think trying to over rationalize something that isn't of the mind. I think your whole body is kind of like overflowing with emotion, even though I've been like speaking so much to like the robot. I don't think that, no, I said at the start you felt so emotional. I think I said like you have a well of emotion within you. Okay. Then we have Temperance and the Lovers again, and I wasn't keeping any of these reverse. Temperance beside the Lovers is just union. It's kind of simple. Like Temperance is showing two energies, and they're weaving together into one ball, into like a yin yang, being cared for by the angels. And I think I wanted to say that so much, like by the angels, because you've got crown and third eye. It's like you're very much in tune with your spirituality, in tune with a sense of divinity or being led, because I think you're so feeling led, like your body is like being drawn out. It is like the emotion is being pulled out of you, or pulled, it's not out of you, it's like, because it is you, it's from you. When it's being pulled, it's like it's pulling you somewhere. I think you really feel that. And the final card was the World. Holding everything in your arms, holding everything in your hands. And look at that moon. It's a feeling of coming to a sense of completion. Of having that which... What do I want to say about that? Having... I kind of feel like having all you wanted. I think it is that simple and that complicated. Or maybe just that simple and that uncomplicated. Okay. Let's get some more bird cards. Prosperity and fertility is also, it's not just where you've come from, but it's making me think of what you see ahead still. It's like where you know that you will prosper, where you know prosperity is. And that can be in line with like a prosperous spirituality, a prosperous... I keep feeling the word integrity. So it's giving me justice vibes of... It's like prosperity in all directions. I'm seeing these points going off into the darkness. It's like the ability to recreate over and over again. For some of you, this is creating a child. And maybe that is it for everyone in a sense. Children of the soul, children of the creative art piece kind, or of the animals kind. Okay, this is one of my favorite guys. I just thought I'd add that in. So we have Golden Eagle. What's this guy? Chaffin. What was that about? I think you might be like ignoring your intuition in some sense. I don't think it is even that. I think it's more like you're feeling... What is it? I feel like you just feel like you can't do it. And it's not like you actually... Okay, I wanted to say it's not like you actually feel like that. But I think it is. I think you somehow feel like you can't rise like the Golden Eagle. There's a sense of like you are so masterful. And I think that this could also have to do with a lot of not recognizing who you are. Not recognizing... I wouldn't usually point to this, but it is. It's recognizing your mind, your skill. The skill that you have in... I'm seeing this belief now in your connection to source, I feel, in your connection to your own... Let's get a communication skills, perhaps. That card. That freaking card. It's like I just want to hold it. At the back of the deck is Cosmic Flower. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Final one is Marsh Tit. Look at that cutie pie. I feel like what I keep hearing from you is I don't know how. Or I can't. Yeah, I think it's not even for you about like it's not like you feel incapable, but it's not like coming from a low sense of self-worth. Like that's not how it's feeling. It's a sense of like you feel like you've got it all together when you're on your own, but then when you think about this person, that's when you're lost for words. And by that being the communication that came out, it's like have what do you call that? I'm really lost in your reading, I have to say. Lost as in not like I'm drowning in it, but lost as in I feel like I don't know which way to go. And I feel like every way I'm going isn't really hitting the nail on the head. Are you being asked to hit the nail on the head? Is that necessary? I think you just want to be yourself. Why is it so complicated? Because I think you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your own mind enough. I think you overthink things. What are you, like, I want to know the holding back part of you, and then I want to know what you're being called into. Okay, I guess holding back is the wrong phrasing. Ah! Where is this emotion coming from? Dash, there we go. Fox. I mean, first thing that makes me think of is romance. But also, woo! Also, woo! Also the ability to manifest. I think it's making me think more of romance in this moment, though. What was that about? Like, where the emotion is coming from, yeah. Okay, and what do you feel called to doing? We already know that. Okay, what kind of communication? I want to see about... You know what? I'm gonna clear the spread again. Let's clear it again. I want to know what you're wanting to express. I'm starting to get angry. Maybe it's anger. Maybe it's your frustration. I kind of want to say for you, like, your words are yours to choose. In a sense of, like, it's your mouth. Okay. What are you wanting to express? What are you wanting to express? We have mouse, slug, leopard. To express. That was hard to get out. And grasshopper. Okay. Now let's get some confirming ones. At the back is, hey, look at that, fox. Who'd have thunk? I want a character card to confirm all of these. They're coming out again. These three. What are you wanting to... 4! Oh my god, the same ones are coming out. I want an animal card each below too. I mean a bigger animal card. I'll put them below the character cards. We have sea turtle. Protection. Oh, let's move that up, shall we? Ooh, I like the way that flopped out. Miracles. Feels like you want to put something into motion. Miracles. Oh, that is also making me think of like two things that are very... So slug is very slow. And miracles are... and hummingbird even appears to be unmoving. But it's actually really fast. Mouse makes me think of hiding, which felt like it went with the protection. Like a sensitivity that is needing protected. I keep wanting to cry with you. I have orca. It's giving a feeling of wanting to run away. Like together, like run away with them. And for grasshopper, hobble away. Grasshopper and Roger. the word hobbling made me think of like someone like you're hobbling around, like old age, and Roger kind of looks like he's old in this, which makes me think of like growing old together, and also it's making me think of the Ten of Cups card which popped out, and also it's making me think of like going around doing everything together. Like Roger has so many different personas that he takes care of, and that made me think of doing lots of different things together. I think I wasn't getting that. I think that's not, maybe that's it, but there's something else, or I didn't express that in a good way. I have to say, this reading doesn't feel very fluid to me. It's very hard for me to get out, so my condolences. Black Jaguar. Old soul. Yeah, old soul. It is what I was saying. I feel like I was just doubting myself. I feel like that's what you're doing. That's just your energy of, it's like you've got it in the bag, but you keep thinking that you're not who you are. I just want to say, like, run, go after them, run after them, catch them. Okay, an elk with nobility at the back, which makes me think of success. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You're crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Yeah, that's that, powerful forces. It's like you have all that energy to go after that which you will get. And your intuition is what shows you the way. You were shown the way so long ago. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Go for it! Go for it! Okay, what do I have to say? It's going from like small to big or like small, like slow to fast. It's like mouse is something very delicate that I'm seeing like scurrying around, and it's like in need of a shell. But then you go to slug, and it's like competence and having, what is that? Because I keep seeing it about the hummingbird who flies backwards or flies, I'm not saying backwards, I'm saying like on the spot, and it's going with that slug of slowness. And I kept seeing this card for you being like in between teacher and student, and also that graduation of like the it part. I'm gonna need another card to tell me, not even to confirm, just to tell me what that's about. What's the like no motion? Oh, it's a bit like mouse is running backwards, slug is in stillness, leopard is like pewing, like running forwards, and then grasshopper is hobbling around. Like it's the combination of all of them. It's the end, it's the goal, it's no longer like seeking, because you're just like you're in a circle, like going in whichever way feels right. It's going around the same thing. It's giving me an image of like making the rounds around the village every day kind of thing. Saying hi to all the neighbors you pass by. yeah, I feel like that's the journey you've been on and are going on. It's a sense of coming from lack and searching and seeking and traveling and finding. And also, you may have got your own messages from that, so don't let what I'm saying discount what you already felt from these cards. But a sense of having come from shakiness to, it could also be like finding them, but then not acting, and now you feel called to act, and that's what leads to the desired outcome that you're wanting. This leopard is making me think of like security, and then before is making me think of learning. Everything is coming in a jumble too. I'm not sure what that's about. I think maybe you do just feel like a bit of a jumble right now. For some of you, this feels like proposing with Rydor here. I was just getting that image. This is like giving long lasting. It also makes me think like leopard is super fast, but it doesn't run out of energy in the same way that a cheetah does. It has more stamina. It's kind of feeling like things began rough, things began defensive, and then slowly they became lighter. They became like slow and steady wins the race. But then it got to really like later on, and it's no longer that you're feeling called to go slow and steady and you want to leap ahead and chase after. And once you've caught it, then you want to keep it and to grow old. I like that I'm saying with it. With them. I want a tarot card for each because I'm finding this really hard to read. So we have 9 of Swords, 4 of Cups, and 6 of Pentacles. Sorry, not 7. For Cecilia, that is that like fragility feeling. Wasn't I trying to get like what you wanted to express? Was that actually what I was trying to get from this? My brain. It's coming from instability, from vulnerability to then such security. This is that steadiness too. It's like there is no movement here. I don't get what that means. Because there's so much movement. Oh, maybe it's going from running away to being present. From running from fears, running from the opportunities in front of you. Running from that which you're wanting to nurture. That fertility card of that which you're wanting to see prosper. That which you're wanting to give to. Or take. Then it's finally steadying yourself and being present. Present in a sense that it almost feels like looking back at that. And it does feel like a sense of, it's like worry got the best of you and that it feels like you missed an opportunity. Or it feels like that. Or you're afraid the opportunity has gone. It's like such a coming back to the present moment and reviewing the past. Yeah, and even the energy I was in different at the start, that was the like scrambled everything, and now you've come to a place of more calm. Then there's the sun, which is that energy to leap, the energy, I don't want to say leap, I want to say to chase. The energy to chase, the energy to propose. And that doesn't have to be like that, like a wedding marriage thing, but like what are you proposing? There's something that you're wanting to offer, or something you're wanting to, I want to say it again, chase, run after, run with, again with that orca analogy we had earlier of like, you no longer want to swim alone, you want to swim together. It's bringing in the brightness of life. And King of Pentacles, it's like you're offering yourself. You're shining a light on yourself and all that you've come to, all that you are. And then Eight of Cups. Interesting. Not what I was expecting to get. What was this? Queen of Pentacles. This is also because we've got King as you. Now I'm thinking also that the Queen of Pentacles could have been the other, that could have been the opportunity that you missed. Or that you're wanting to take. Eight of Cups is leaving High Priestess. Okay, so I like that the High Priestess came because it's confirming to me that you already know what this is, that you're leaving. That's what this all leads up to. Letting go of something major. Now I'm like questioning the entire spread that I just read. The entire reading before. The Hierophant, the Hanged Man. I'm not going to be able to rewatch this reading because I'll get so frustrated. Because I feel like I'm not reading, I feel like I'm not giving anything. But I guess for those that is resonating for, that's that feeling. I feel like you feel like you're not giving anything. You feel like you don't, you feel like you're not the King of Pentacles that you are. It's weird, this final walking away. What are you walking away from? I want confirmation. You already know. Oh, is it walking away from a lack of trusting yourself? Walking away from a lack of following your intuition? Because the High Priestess, the intuition. The High Priestess... Words aren't coming. Do you know that you're not going to get what you want? Are you feeling called to chase after an opportunity that you missed? Okay, yeah, I guess I have to read it the way that I'm seeing it as opposed to the way that I'm trying to make it out to be. So, are you trying to chase after, are you feeling called to chase after the person that you didn't get? And one sense or the other. And that you're proposing to the person. Is it to a new person, or is it... Well, I cut the deck to the Fool. I guess proposing to someone... What? I'm so confused, my dude. I think this Eight of Cups is saying that you're letting go of the Queen of Pentacles. You're letting go of the old counterpart. The old connection that you missed, that didn't come to fruition. And that you know that that's where your emotions are guiding you towards, letting go of them. And the final card then was Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning physically. So that's making me think of a new beginning in the physical world. Are you just feeling called to process all of this? Also, maybe sharing all of this? I guess it could be proposing an ending, but I felt like it was proposing... Is this communication you're wanting actually about ending a relationship? It's about romance. Have I been really misreading all of this? Focus on what you really want. Is where you've come from that place of feeling emotionally lacking? Like maybe your emotions weren't being reciprocated, and that's why you don't want to share your emotions with them. You don't want to communicate your emotions with them because... Wait, are you already in a relationship? And this is talking about ending it, not about the... It's like the opportunity of the past with someone was with the person that you feel like has like lost. Are they the emotionally unavailable one, or do you just feel called to ending it? Do you feel like you're not being reciprocated? Or do you just feel like you're going down a different path? I feel like you're having like a re-understanding of your future, because all this like future thing, I think it's about... I'm like questioning that. Do I need to redo this reading? I even might. I don't usually do that, but I might. This switch up is what I'm getting. It also could be that communicating to where you're being called to communicate would be like really settling into the fact that you lost the past. I think that you're in a complicated situation for sure. And I feel like my reading style, I think this is stretching my reading style, because I think usually I veered towards more easily, like less like specific situations and more like reading, I don't know, energies. This is the energy of a story. Okay. Why do I feel like telling you also? Like, I'm actually not very good at tarot also. Tarot is not my strong spot. I'm putting it away, but I'm getting more because I'm pissed off. It's not even really pissed off, but I don't know. I feel like you feel fed up. I feel like you're just fed up of whatever you're in. You're fed up of all the gobbledygook. Like, maybe it hasn't, this reading hasn't felt like gobbledygook to you, but it really has to me. And I feel like that is the energy you've been in. It's like you've been in so much gobbledygook and you're just ready to put it to bed. You're ready to deal with it. You don't want to, but I think that you're just kind of... What are you sick of? Because I think you're sick of something. Well, okay, no. What is the emotion? Like, let's get clearer. 10 of Swords, being at the very end, also maybe speaks to a feeling of betrayal, like being stabbed in the back 10 times. It's like hitting rock bottom. Two of Cups, the World in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I think like the end wasn't what you thought it was going to be. It's like, I think you saw your future with someone and it didn't turn out to be with them. Like, you feel called in another direction. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? It's making me think that you've already you found a partnership. Two of Cups upright. Oh, but that could also just be talking about... I think you've been through a major rebirth of self, and that might be causing old relationships to crumble, and you don't want that. Because you saw the world with them. You thought they were your world. You thought that they would be your future and your old age together throughout that old age. I think you're just so caught up in your head. I think that's particularly why it's so hard for me to read. That took so long to get out. This is feeling so fresh. Page of Wands. It's exploring. I think you don't want to begin again. Yeah, with King of Cups Knight of Cups and Two of Wands in reverse. I think you don't want to be new again. I don't think you want to... I think it's not necessarily if this is an old partner, I don't think it's really them. Take this as it resonates, but I don't think it's so much them. Maybe that you don't want to let go of, but the future you saw with them. The feeling of like being with that soul forever. So maybe it is them. But I think I want to say more. It's like it's more about the feeling than about the actual person or the actual soul. Why don't you? Or do we get confirmation on each? No, let's do why. Why don't you want what's going on? Ace of Swords. And we saw that in reverse earlier, so I think it's like a truth that has come to light. Okay. That's a lot of kings. We've got King of Swords, Four of Swords, then King of Pentacles and King of Cups. Jeez. Yeah, this is the two of the past. This is what you've experienced before, and that that final one is the King of Cups, that emotional maturity, emotional intelligence. I'm thinking that the old partnership was based off something so intellectually stable, intellectually mature, but perhaps not emotionally mature or emotionally intellectual. And Four of Swords, it's like you had a strong, like, similar view of life, or similar, yeah, maybe you used to have a strong similar view of life with your partner, but then you had an epiphany, that you had an awakening, a transformation, which caused you to change. And either you both changed in different directions, or you changed and they didn't. There's something of a difference now. And I think the reason, it's like this Four of Swords coming under the world when I was asking, like, why don't you want to change, or what's making you hold on, kind of thing, or what's making it difficult, let's say, is Four of Swords, which is a sense of rest. And I think it's like when you pictured your future, pictured the end with them, it was like you could rest and there wasn't like new stuff to discover. And I think that was really comforting to you. With King of Pentacles too, under the Wheel of Fortune, it's like you wanted to plant your roots and you wanted to stay there. There's a sense of like strong comfort that you had here. And I think a lot of that has to do with having seen the future, being very long term with them. Forever. However, that forever is defined for you, whether that just be this lifetime or whether you're even thinking of beyond that. Yeah, and I've already said the part of the King of Cups, which is the future part, which feels like the draw, which is that emotional world. It's like exploring is what, it's like you're feeling drawn towards exploring the emotional realm. Not just the wisdom realm. It's like you may have been so tapped into emotion before, but it would have been from, it's giving me like philosophical emotion, or like a sense of still tapping into your emotions in a very strict way, or like in a way where you weren't really exploring them. It's like you might have been met with an acceptance, or met with an understanding and a wanting to kind of work your way through them, but it wasn't with the same perspective that you now have come into. It's like your mind is just so new now that you would approach life. You're approaching life, and particularly life with your emotions, in such a new way. It really does feel like you have been awoken in a way that you can't turn back. It's like you were shown a newer way of living, and that just makes the old way of living feel kind of unbearable. Yeah, that you have such a goal in mind. You have such a strong magnetism towards that which is in complete, like, resonation with you now. And I'm being drawn back to that image I had at the start of you, like, resting your head on the pillow. And that's just making me think again of, like, that's what you wanted. This is Four of Swords of, like, you wanted to be resting your head on the same pillow forever kind of thing. With the same two pillows. And that word forever keeps flopping out, keeps flopping out of my mouth. Which makes me think that that is something that you were thinking. Perhaps not even thinking. Perhaps that was more of like a King of Pentacles ingrained idea, that it wasn't something that maybe you questioned a whole lot because it felt so secure. Because I don't think you foresaw the change you were about to go through, or that you went through. You didn't foresee yourself changing so much. I think you didn't understand how much more expansion was available, how big the world was. Yeah, that's what this is too. It's like a feeling of wanting the world, or like the world used to be. And that's what there might be a bit of clinging to. The world used to be just one room. And now you can see that there's a whole city to explore. And it's killing you inside that passion card. It's like, and the dynamic, it's sort of like through your crown chakra and the third eye. And that prosperity too, and fertility, it's like you see so much opportunity. It's like there's a whole city to explore. And I think you might have been trying to like shut off your, or maybe not, but in some sense, I think you haven't explored that city yet. Or you've only like walked around around the building, outside of the room, and you're raring to go. And it's, maybe that's a bit of frustration, like you want to just go out and explore the city, but you also wish that you could have just stayed in that one room forever. And part of you might wish, and may even like sink into dreaming of actually like of when it was just the room, and maybe like living a bit of that out, like almost tricking your body into thinking that it is just that one room again. But it's like you can't really let go of who you've become and the fullness that is now available to you of yourself, and that being expressed in all of your life. Was the start of this reading resonating for you? Because I'm trying to picture it and I'm thinking like, isn't that so different to what this was? Am I gonna cut that? No, I'm not. That's just me getting pissed off at my guides now, who are like, no, you're keeping it in. I know, I just squashed my box. I'm not actually angry. I think that might be what you're feeling, towards the past, maybe a bit, like, why couldn't that room be the city? Or for some of you, why did I have to be awoken in the circumstances that I was? Or what are we feeling now? I'm gonna clear this. Yours is a long reading, oh my goodness. It just keeps changing though. That's you. You're a long one. You just keep changing. I love that sun at the back, but that little bit of Five of Wands, which is confirming that frustration that I was picking up on. And the fact that I said that it was my guides, it makes me think that it's like you're frustrated with your own intuition. You're frustrated with your own guides, maybe, or the universe. It might, because I was picturing it in part before of like being frustrated with the other partner, but I feel like it might be more of, or maybe it dwindles between things, but I think it does. It goes to many different areas, because really it's the frustration of not allowing yourself out, I think, but that might manifest itself in just like anywhere, like yourself, them, the past, the future, the universe, your guides, or maybe random things in life just make you tick more strongly. Six of Wands is celebration, it's achievement, it's feeling on top of the world. Empress also gives success vibes. It's feeling a fullness of life. It's very abundant. Justice feels like coming back into balance for you of everything that you didn't know that you didn't have. It's like now this is such like a you're so coming out on top feeling. Yeah, it's a feeling of like literally all of them are standing on something elevated. There's an elevation that you're being drawn into. I think life is more beautiful also. Aha, there he is, that Five of Wands. I think that might have even been coming out just to show me what I was trying to get these cards about. King of Pentacles at the back again. Look at him making the rounds. Okay, so what have we got? It really is. It really feels like you're frustrated around the future you see too. Okay, it's drawing me into the future. You're frustrated about... Why is it that you're frustrated about success? Maybe... No, I'm even getting that it's not injustice. It's literally a feeling of getting what you want or getting what you need. Let's get more. Let's confirm each one of these. I really can't stress enough how much in this reading I'm hating it. I'm hating it. Like I'm hating that I'm not getting clear messages. Like I'm feeling like I'm just not being able to read. And that's the energy you're in, I think. It's just like what is it? My hand on your shoulders. Okay, so Six of Wands. What's that on about? Collaboration, work, and Empress is... Okay, I think you're frustrated about... Is this even talking... Yeah, it is. This is talking about the frustration. Oh, I love that we have the Empress and the Emperor here. Clarify Five of Wands. This is what's good. The Five of Wands is like clarified by Seven of Cups is feeling like what gets you all caught up in your head. Oh, you know what it is? It's because you're pointing... Oh. Okay. I think it's the inner conflict of thinking that you're daydreaming. That's just a sense of not trusting your intuition. Once again, where have we come to? Yeah, it's not even like that's what I kept trying to get at earlier, okay? The sense that it's not that you don't trust yourself or that you don't believe in it's not insecurity in your own abilities of like practical abilities or like who you are is what it feels like. It feels like you're more insecure about your intuition, about where you're being led. You're insecure and you're frustrated whether you're actually seeing the future correctly. Because what I'm seeing, perfect, wonderful, like, love it. It's a sense of success with collaborating with. It feels like the Empress could be a representation of an other, of that partner. Because I'm thinking the reason why I was so confused for so long was because there were two partners involved. Like, one of the past and one of the future. And maybe you're feeling so drawn towards the future partner, which is represented by the Empress, because we have Ace of Cups, which is like renewed love. Do I read it like that? I flipped my tarot deck here and saw Four of Pentacles, which is like, keep going. Stick with it. And I think that's what you're being drawn into too. It's like a sense of hold your ground. Like, hold your ground on what your gut is telling you. What you're seeing with your third eye. What you're feeling and sensing and knowing with your crown. And the Justice felt like the Emperor, you're being represented as the Emperor now because you've integrated that King of Cups. Bringing justice to perhaps the future partner and the past partner being in collaborating energies which are what do you call that? Even. Now I was just slowing down because I was seeing another situation. What if this isn't like a past partner, but even a present partner with a future work endeavor, like a creative work endeavor? Oh, I was told to stick with it. I'm not sticking with it, but and I was just thinking that could then cause conflict somehow. I don't think it's that. I think it's this is someone you want to collaborate with. This is someone you see having success and that energy of prosperity again with. It's like joined success. You see a future of all parties being in success. I think there could have maybe been in the past a sense of, let's get confirmation. Look at that 9 of Swords popping out. Show me more of the past. Such distress. 8 of Wands in reverse, which is it's a stress over lack of movement, a stress over lack of opportunity, over lack of inspired opportunity. And what you see moving forward is opportunity. It's it also could be you're stressed about all the opportunities you see and not taking them, or no, I'm feeling like that would have been upright. Yeah, it's feeling like a lack of momentum in the past. And just like an overwhelm of passion in your mind. but also, like, actually, I think it's more of like an underwhelming amount of passion. I think it's like that Justice card being like both of them. It's like weighing. Weighing both. It's giving such a sense of like you see the future as brighter, and that's causing you such struggle because you want the where you've come from to be the brightness, because you don't want to leap, you don't want to change. I split it to King of Swords. Which does make me think, and yeah, look at me pulling them all back again. I think that, what was I going to say? Okay, I'm being called to end the reading there. That was so sudden. I was going to think of like the communication card again, but if you want that, go back to the start of the reading. Even though, was there even like, I'm so, okay. So in your energy, that's what I'm going to say. Okay, pile of 1, that's your reading. Like 1 hour 45 or such. Boy, you really took me on a ride there. My heart, it so goes out to you. I really hope that you feel more support in following that gut sense of yours and that future that you're wanting. That is where I leave you. Bye bye. I can't start pile 2 yet. I can't. I need to process. I need to refresh. I've already refreshed. Cool. Pile 1. Actually, I will drink some water. Welcome in, pile 2. So, we have Queen of Wands in reverse. Let's see where this reading takes us, shall we? What are we dealing with? You know what? I want to ask, how many people is involved in this situation? And I only just thought of how, of why I subconsciously may have said that. Okay. So maybe you're realizing what's in your subconscious. How many people are involved? Who is involved? At least 2. How many people are involved? Every person in the entirety of existence. Any more? Any more for any more? Woo! These three don't feel like extra people in the way they came out. But for those of you from pile 1, which I doubt you're continuing after that long, but these 3 want to pop out. Okay, so we have 2 individuals here. One is feeling wounded and one is feeling lively. That's what I'm gonna say. Splitting the deck to Draluk 2, who's a vampire. Okay, let me put that to the side. You know what? I feel very tidy in your reading. I feel like you're feeling quite put together. You're feeling quite... I heard operative. That's an interesting word. I want to get some number cards for you. You have a very gentle energy. I think you know what you want and you're feeling... Okay, you may be feeling a sense of lack, but it's not lack, it's... What is it? We've got 69 and 2. I feel like it's a really gentle optimism, which almost made me think it was lack. And Queen of Wands being in reverse made me think of lacking inspiration or lacking momentum. Feeling less desirable or less confident in yourself than you'd like to be feeling. Yeah, very, very slow and gentle energy. Okay, so we have 2. This is about a partnership. If it's not, then get out of it. I would like to use these cards for you. You have a certain dreamy quality to you. I also want to say maybe your dreams have been speaking to you. They might be changing soon. Okay, that's a message for someone. Or for everyone. In the universe. I said that again earlier. So, something about your connectivity to all that is. I'm feeling like you could be... So this is Oboron, this is Aharen. I feel like there are those of you watching who would resonate with each of them. So, with me saying that, I feel like both parties are feeling... Oh, okay, so maybe one of you is feeling a sense of lack and one of you is feeling a sense of optimism. Haha, I got it. That's it. Yeah. One of you has a fresh perspective on this. Okay, so there could be something particular about... I heard the environment. The environment that you're in, perhaps. I feel like you both have a goal, but one of you is feeling less enthused. I think because the one who feels less enthused feels like they're dragging it, the partnership or the goal down, or I think they feel a bit guilty. And the other partner who feels more invigorated, or let's not even say invigorated, but maybe I want to say optimistic. They feel like they are very holding. They feel like they don't want the other to worry. There's a sense of like, it's okay. Like, I understand. There's an understanding here. There's also emotion, like I'm seeing Ahara looking a bit like she's crying. So if one of you is going through something difficult, the other feels like they are too, like with them, but not in a sense that they're being dragged down by it, just in a sense that they understand. They feel you too. The way I said that also made me hear it like they feel you too, which makes me think that maybe one of you, the less optimistic, feels like it's a one-sided situation in some degree, like maybe they are looking at the other, or maybe like a certain love that is shared with the other or for the other, and maybe they're not, like, it's like they've got that hat on. It's like they can't fully see that the other is looking at them too. They feel them. There's a love there, but they don't know, they don't realize that their eyes are like right on them, right connecting to their eyes, which makes me think of a soul connection feeling too. Yeah, I just keep feeling from the one that feels lighter, like I'm right here, like I've got you. It's okay. I see you. For some of them, like, I see you looking at me. Yeah, there's like a me too feeling. The blue howlite is making me think of, like, if I chopped this in half, that it would be white in the middle. Which is giving a sense of, like, we're both the same when it comes to the inside or something. Okay. Oh, I love this. It's so gentle compared to Power 1. Yeah, this is the back. I like that I'm showing it. That looks like a hat. Look at this. Yeah, there's such like a feeling of being children together. There's a love shared here for sure. I think that this reading might just be predominantly speaking about that, because I think that maybe one party doesn't believe that. And it might make the other party feel a bit sad that they don't believe that. For those of you who aren't in partnership or aren't in a like situationship, you're not getting to know someone, this could be happening on the spiritual plane. So it could be that one of you is trusting that you're connected, and the other of you is also feeling the connection but not trusting it as much. And one of them might be recognizing that the other isn't trusting, but they don't. What do I want to say about that? I think it might make them a little sad, but it's like, it doesn't stop them from looking or loving. They're still, they're okay. They understand. There's an understanding. There's a bit of a yearning, because I think there's a bit of closed offness from one part, and then the other part feels like they wish that the other would believe. They wish that the other would believe in their connection. Because there's a sense that they're both on the same page, like at the heart level, but on the mind level, it's one trusting more than the other. Okay. Oh, I love that. Yeah, heart. White gold dragon from Lyra connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your causal chakra, bathe in 9th dimensional Christ light. Causal chakra is my favorite. The moon. Yeah, you're feeling one another. If you do know them and you're already talking with them kind of thing already, there's a sense of like there might be lots of synchronistic happenings between the two of you. Oh, well, I guess actually there may be lots of synchronistic happenings that you're noticing regardless. Regardless. It's just like I was imagining it when you know each other in the physical, then you can, you know, express them, so there's more of that confirmation. But maybe there isn't. Maybe even if you do know them, that there feels like there is like a sense of separation between the two of you. But there doesn't feel like that within the heart. It feels like you might lean on one another in spirit. Like your souls really do feel close. Okay, that's it from this deck, but we have Butterfly at the back, which definitely wanted to show itself. Be ready to transform with wisdom. I like that that's coming out because Queen of Wands gives a bit of this butterfly energy being like in, it's like you were in the cocoon, and Queen of Wands upright is the butterfly itself. But I feel called to put it back in reverse for now. We might change it upright by the time the reading is over. But look at the way this is coming together. I think the one who has less trust is also being represented by the Queen of Wands. And I think that the more optimistic one that feels a bit more full of life feels like they're kind of just observing this. They're observing the perhaps lack of confidence, lack of feeling seen by the other. Like I mean the energized one is, or the positive one is watching the other one not believe in themselves in some sense. Okay, let's put the butterfly to the side. We don't need to show him. Okay, what do we get now? I want these cards. There's a sense of newness here. And also a sense of like really, this card makes me think of really holding something dear. And with that connection up to like, it feels like space. It's like drawing down all of that into a contained place. So it feels like that soul, it's like bringing all that soul feeling and holding it in a sacred bubble for it to grow naturally. I kind of feel like in order for it to realize itself. Yeah, me moving this Aharen one to the right makes me feel like the Aharen one wants to move forwards. Like this looks like a mountain. It's like they want to like get that sun, the vibrancy. They want the Queen of Wands upright. They want that change that butterfly is talking about. It makes me think that they want something of like the flower to grow. It feels like being together more fully. This feels like guidance for Oboro person, the first one. And then we'll have guidance for the... Ooh, my belly's rumbling at the the second one. Yeah, and Aharon is tiny. The second one needs to eat more. It's time to eat. Yeah, I guess for the second one, make sure that you're nourishing yourself and not being overly focused, I'd say, on the other. Yeah, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Ash is making me think of connecting to your own wisdom. I want to get a rune for each too. Back of the deck is blue avian. I'm going to leave that there for now. Okay. Mantid is making me think of connection to everything. And Mantid is like the in-between one for me. Like it's quite like Weaver of Worlds, it's feeling like. And I love Mantid energy. We've got Laguz. So connecting to... Ooh. It's not quite emotion. This is like water. It feels like connecting to the heart of the other, the connectivity of the hearts. Because the Mantid is like the weaving through ether. This is for Othala. Okay, yeah, the past, the history. I think Ash. There's a sense of like legacy, or like focusing like on what you have already created and also what you're creating. That's not quite it. Heritage, family, focusing on... No. Okay, we'll get that stronger in a moment, but I want confirmation for Mantid, because I think that the Sacred Geometry cards might put it into words quite well for me. It's just feeling the soul, like trusting the soul connection. Cosmic Flower, this makes me think of this card over here. That sense of home. Cosmic Flower, Divine Feminine. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Yeah, it's connecting to your own inner core, which feels so connected to their inner core. The frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. It feels like, yeah, that Laguz is such a Divine Feminine feeling. You're being guided to connect to your own sensitivity, to... Yeah, your sensitivity being expressed in many ways, being expressed in how you feel, but also what you sense. And I don't want to limit it. I don't want to limit it to how you connect to it, because it can come through knowings, it can come through visions, it can come through so much. The back of the deck is heart chakra. Yeah, it feels like connecting to your own heart, but maybe not necessarily always through the heart. I don't know why that's coming through. Okay, now let's get confirmation for the Aharon. They came through when I looked up. Yeah, the first card being discernment just makes me think not getting too attached on what the other is doing. Maybe setting firmer boundaries, or not allowing yourself to immerse yourself in their burdens. So discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Yeah, it's a sense of allowing yourself to see the truth, but not being overwhelmed by it, not dwelling in it, or not, it's like having an understanding, being able to view it more outside of yourself, like recognizing, separating what is yours and what is theirs, not feeling like their burdens are your burdens, but being able to have a love for the burdens they feel that they're experiencing. It's like having empathy, yes, but not then feeling like the feelings you're feeling are yours to work through. It's just recognizing, like, yes, I feel this feeling, I feel what they're experiencing, and I don't need to put my focus on that, but I can allow it to be a part of my life. Then miracle, I love that. It's like really focusing on the joys that is spiritual connection, the joys that is soul collaboration, and watching and allowing, like, from that space of detachment, allowing things to unfold in the most magical way they can, allowing things to just feel divinely led. The frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as a part of Source, therefore our belief that anything is possible. And consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up, so that we can include them in our reality. Yeah, I think it's I think for Aaron, this one, your guidance is to allow life to be like handed to you. Allow yourself to not need to work it out. It's like watching it unfold, watching it all happen for you, and not falling into a feeling of needing to be the one that works things out, but really enjoying, like, your own awareness of that journey, of that transformation, or of that miracle, that connection unfolding, everything. Yeah, feels like enjoying it, believing it, but not getting wrapped up in it. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Oh, okay. There's also a message of this being like ancestry. This can speak to, I believe. It's making me think, and I think it kind of came in reverse. It's making me think of not getting caught up in cycles of the past, cycles of where your body might like instinctually try to like drag them out, or push your way into like fixing, or like the way that maybe you used to operate. It's just bringing an awareness to not following the way that you don't align with. Yeah. Okay. That kind of feels like it. I think it was a simple reading. Let's see if a great big animal card would like to show itself. I kind of feel... I was going to say, I kind of feel like no, and then it shoots out. That feels like that miracle card. It's like as soon as there's an acceptance for the truth of what presently is, then that's when progress can flourish. That's when things lighten. That's when things become expansive to the point where it feels so like you're looking at a new world. Like you're looking at the universe and all that you are. Because I said the universe twice in your pile earlier. I can't remember what in particular I said, but okay, we have Peacock Vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Yeah, it's like that sun that this Aharon, I think, was wanting, and the sun of this card, the movement forwards with like lightness, but not just, it's that Queen of Wands turning upright. It's the fire of life, feeling vibrant, feeling full of life. It's that optimism too, but that optimism almost being proven right, I want to say. Like where you know life can lead, life being that. And that, like, hopping out, that jumping out when, let's bring these two up. Mastery, eagle, seize opportunities courageously. Butterfly, be ready to transform with wisdom. When the time is right. Possibly when the Oboro feels ready. And maybe that's mirrored in when the Aharen also feels ready, but maybe once, for them, maybe once they've detached, and then once the Oboro has attached. Yeah, seeing where life leads you, that's what I want to say here. Actually, I want to put him like that. Okay, pile 2. That's where I'm going to leave your reading. Oh, they told me to show this last one too. Omega Dragon, harness the divine feminine power of creation. Intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. Yeah, that feels like for both of you. Holding your intention, holding your vision, knowing what that is. And the funness of knowing that you're both holding that same vision. Or at least a similar one. No, I want to say it's the same feeling. I think for you two it might have a strong feeling of the sun. Of a vibrant life. That's also making me think of a passionate life with the Queen of Wands. Possibly a very creative life too. Or like it's a shining life. It's it's like feeling like, I had feeling like there's so much that you could do, which goes with that infinite possibilities too. And below that is friend. I love that. And below that is raccoon, which it feels like doing anything. Okay, yeah, I do leave your reading there. I love you and see you in another if I do, or see you in the sun if not. Bye bye. The camera remains on as I prepare for pile 3. Yeah, that was a nice, simple, to the point, easy to read reading. For those of you from pile 1, I remembered that since Queen of Wands card was out for pile 2, that couldn't have come out, and I can't see the message yet, but you had all the kings except for King of Wands. And in this reading, Queen of Wands was in reverse. So you can take a message from that if you want. It's like the counterparts can't be there, or the counterpart can't be there until they're both there. Or oh, I see how it was like also pile 2s if you're here still. I guess you wouldn't be just a pile 1er. Pile 2s. I think there's a sense of both of you were in Queen of Wands in reverse, because I think Aharon's Queen of Wands in reverse was a sense of disempowerment and perhaps overly looking at the Oboro, and then the Oboro's disempowerment was also looking the same direction backwards, and Oboro not looking forwards at the Aharon. That's what I'm thinking. So it's like as soon as Oboro is looking towards the Aharon is looking towards the future, or not towards Oboro. It's not like a sense of not looking, I think. It's just a sense of not being there. Like being able to look again with that detachment, which is the Queen of Wands of empowerment. Still feeling in their own power. Yeah, when they both feel in their power. Yeah. Here. Here. Yeah, when they're both here. When they're both in that same place. Yeah, maybe I can stay out. Cards. Time. You can come out too. Ding ding ding. Stretching of the legs. Welcome in, pile 3. There's a sense of like needing to get up again, or feeling like there's something you don't want to do. Because I felt like I had sat down, and then I needed to look at the camera to see where the crystal was, and I was like, ugh. And I had a bit of that oh ugh feeling before starting your reading too, like just before. So, are you feeling a bit dwelling perhaps, or a bit maybe emotions stagnant? Okay, let's see what's going on with pile 3. I would like to get some runes too. Ooh, flowing. So the moon can also speak of secrets upright, and in reverse can speak to like the expression. So it could be expressing the hidden, like the hidden is no longer hidden. And I was also seeing it a bit like upright, this woods and this area is very dark, but when we put it in reverse, it's kind of like the light of the top of all that gold that has begun to pour out of the being, you. It starts to dripple out, and it creates a warm colored, a golden healing woods. This feels quite like a healing card too. Maybe. I don't want to say healing. It's not about healing. But there's some sense of growth, and growth that connects. Growth that connects. There's something of a sense of like holding others. Oh, the back of the deck too. They both look like chests to me, which makes me think of nurturing. And I think it's like very much to do with nurturing others. Okay, I think that's it actually from this deck. This is the back. That feels very... I heard like a trans and then something. Yeah, lots of different words coming after that. Some of you wanted to keep that out. Or someone. Okay, let's get some runes. We've got Isa, which is stagnancy. It's ice. And I don't know if that wanted to come out. So I'll put him in and then see if he'll come back out for us. Which is again that thing I said of like, I had like settled down and then I had to get up and then sit down again. We've got Fehu, which is abundance. I feel like there could be quite a few runes that want to come out for you. We've got Manas. Yeah, and I want to say halfway, I changed how I was getting the crystals. This is Uruz. That's a lot of energy. That's interesting coming under Isa, because Isa is like stagnancy and Uruz feels so steadfast. I guess that is like a patience that it can have, like looking to the future, long lasting, like it's not instant gratification. Then we have Ingus. Ingwas. I could be saying all these runes wrong. And Algies. Okay. Something that you have what is it surrounding? That's what I want to know. Because it feels, my instant thought was like something about, it's interesting because it's like being in hibernation for a long time and then getting the inspiration to create, or then the abundance coming through from something that you've created. Yeah, okay, this is what it is. I think you've been in a hibernation for a long time. You've been in a stillness, stagnancy, things not shifting. Then yeah, and you stayed patient within that. Then the Fehu with abundance is like, then the abundance comes, and that came from something that you had planted a seed of so long ago. It's like you planted the seed and then for ages there was no growth at all. And that's where then abundance comes after such a long time of frozen, of like it thawing, taking a long time to thaw. And then the final one is Manas and Algies, which Manas is like the collective, it's like fellow man, which with Algies feels like a sharing with others of spiritual wisdom, or of what you have found, of what you have come to. And it's also a sense of, what is that? It's making me in my body like do a slight head like nod. It feels like wisdom. like bowing in a namaste. But it's less of a namaste, it's smaller than that, it's more subtle than that. Maybe that's also just to you, it's like you know what this is, and you know that it's coming to a state of being shared. And with the like chests or the breasts coming out, it's like, I guess that it feels like a sense of sharing and connecting your heart to so many, because this is like multiple. It just keeps growing. It's also making me think of expansion, as well as with this card, which feels like loads of different worlds, which feels like Weaver of Worlds, like the channel. Connecting to so many. It's like you're not just connecting one world, but you're weaving many worlds together. The worlds of yours to everyone else, but also of particulars within yours to particulars within others, and not just of like maybe one genre, but maybe multiple genres. It's making me feel like it has an effect on so many different beings. It's like mankind, but not it needing to be mankind, but it can be that representation of an entire species kind of thing. It could even have to do with the wisdom. You're sharing the wisdom of patience. You're sharing the wisdom of waiting for your seeds that have been planted to grow fruit. So Kingfisher, be patient and focused. I feel like putting that to the left. Yeah, that just feels like that reiteration of Isa. It's like waiting till the right moment and then grabbing that which I don't even want to say is nourishment, because I think this is more than just for you, or it's like it's grabbing the goal, grabbing the destination, grabbing the not destination, but grabbing the purpose. Like when you planted that seed, what were you planting? And you allowed the growth to happen in its own personal way. There's a sense of like you having put a lot of energy into this too, and that being shown in the fruit. It's like the fruit is that luscious because of the essence of what it is. Okay, I kind of want, where do we go from here? That's what I'm asking. Where do we go from here? Black Dragon. Cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. Yeah, this is the same message. So some of you needed clarification that this isn't, if you're still in that Isa period, that ice, that nothing happening period, it's saying that this is a period, this isn't a forever. And to hold the course, to continue to persevere. Or continue to wait. It doesn't, like, perseverance doesn't have to mean continue to put your energy towards it. It can be if you feel like that fits for your circumstance, but it can also just mean like letting go and allowing it to do its own thing, allowing the opportunities to come when the opportunities come, or allowing the abundance to show itself in divine timing, essentially. Basically, what you've planted is fruitful, it's just not fruitful yet. It has a plan of its own. I want to use a bigger card here. At the back of the deck is see through illusion into truth. Yeah, so the illusion is that there's ice and that there's no growth, but that actually it's like beneath the ice, beneath the surface, so much is happening. The truth is that this is something that is prosperous, and the illusion is that it is not, I guess. I guess it's that simple. Yeah, there's a sense of not allowing what you perceive outside of yourself, perhaps, to reflect what you know the truth of this is. Don't be deterred. Okay. Authentic penguin. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Look at all that ice again. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. When I read Love Your Uniqueness, that made me think, don't try and change what this is to fit what you think would like get it to be abundant. Like, it is what it is. And it's not, things aren't in stagnancy because you're doing anything wrong, essentially. It's a part of this process. I want to bring back to the kingfisher. Be patient and focused. It's like knowing that you are being guided. You're full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. Yeah, authentic. It's like don't change for anyone, and allow yourself to be like warmed by those who support you during the time that feels cold. Back of the deck is grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. And behind that is peacock, vibrancy. Yeah, grace just makes me think about flowing when it doesn't feel like things are happening. This algae is also, and the manas makes me think of like prophecy, like when you look to the future, what do you see? And just because you don't see that right yet, it doesn't mean that won't be the future. Okay. Let's get a bird card to go down here. You may be feeling tired. We have osprey. Yeah, just that one is good, I think. Just that one is good. That might be significant for you. It gives me a sense of not compromising. What is osprey making me think of? It's something to do with terrain, I think. Can I get a sacred geometry card? What is the osprey talking about? Heart and communication. I'm going to read the communication card. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Yeah, this is a sense of not compromising on your heart's expression. Continuing, like there's such a focus on the heart. Communicating from what is true for you, even when that doesn't feel like it's being met, or you don't know how it will be met. Even if you feel like you've been in the cold for so long, there's a sense of also speaking with those that you love could bring so much comfort. There's a reminder that you are cared for. I think you are being called to continue to take action. This feels like a progression that is like slow and steady wins the race. And it's not necessarily that it'll always be slow and steady, but I think that that's where you're at for now. That's not even true for some of you. For some of you, it is feeling like it's a snap. It's a heart communication that goes from nothing to something. Like goes from like having been in the cold, in the storm, perhaps without tribe, then coming to like a sudden abundance and flourishment. I think I want to get more tarot because I think there could be something more that I can read on the heart and communication. Oh, I'm putting it over the moon in reverse, which I haven't really been reading. Which is like sharing secrets. That may have been all you needed to hear, actually. Sharing secrets. Sharing what is truthfully within, what you truthfully feel. And how you truthfully feel, or like in the way that matters to you, but in the way that you naturally communicate. High Priestess. Are you my fellow tarot readers? If that doesn't apply, then obviously ignore that. But I see some of you. Yeah, look, back of the deck is Six of Wands. Success. You see how and what you want to communicate, and if it's not looking like it's if it doesn't seem like you are finding your abundance or stability through it, it doesn't mean that it won't come, and there's a call to remain authentic. You can trust yourself and your ability to see the unseen. Your ability to navigate through the unknown. Yeah, that you have the moon and the High Priestess. It's extremely intuitive. It's you, the it. Nine of Wands is popping out, which is like a been fighting for a long time, and still there's more fight to go. I don't really like describing it like fighting though, but maybe that was helpful to hear. Maybe that felt like you could tap into your emotion more from hearing that, or accept the truth of how you are feeling, because I felt quite a lot of tiredness within this pile. Yeah, this feels like a big hug of keep going, you've got it. It's like you never did anything wrong, or your way isn't a wrong way. Your way is a beautiful way. There may just be like a doubt between if it's really okay to speak how you feel, not what you think you should be saying or what you think you should be doing, but to connect with your own planted seed. Yeah, I think it's a simple message. Allow your heart to come out of your mouth. And knowing that that leads to your Ten of Pentacles, your abundance, and your, no matter, your star. I want to say your success in the way that you know, because you're the High Priestess and the Moon. And I'm really drawn to the star on this too. You already know what this is about. You already know what you hold within. For a lot of you, it's like you already know the wisdom that you're tapped into. So don't doubt that. I also feel like with manas and algaes, like, don't doubt the place that you feel you hold in the world. I think for a lot of people, you also carry a sense of protection. Like, your wisdom, the words you have to say, the heart feeling that you communicate brings people a sense of feeling like they can be vulnerable, they can open themselves to themselves, like they can really look at who they are, because you provide a sense of safety somehow. It's kind of giving this, like, black dragon is what you're going through now, of that, like, being cocooned so that your divine potential grows, but that this is also strongly what you do for others. You are the black dragon that holds others within their cocoons as they meditate, reflect, and undergo metamorphosis, as they explore their own inner landscapes. You hold that safe space for them. You guide them through this with your words, because of the truth that they come from, because it's not something that feels forced, because you feel them. I think you have a way of tapping others, even like those who wouldn't usually. It's like you just like your presence. I'm seeing someone walking into a room full of people, and their presence causes a relax, causes like a barrier to be broken, because there's such a seeing feeling, like, I see you, I'm here too. It's because you yourself are in your heart, and you allow that to be channeled through you, channeled into every word that you say, that others feel like they can also relax into their own hearts and speak from them. Look at them themselves. Look at the hearts that are there. So I want to say, so don't stop now. Or again, if this isn't something that you continually put energy into, it's like, don't give up hope, or don't think that this is a no. This is, this is a reading of, this is a yes, even though it may look like a no. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I think there might be one more card for you. I'm getting animals. There they are. For pile 3s. I do keep hearing from you, like, I'm tired. And to that I said, I know. I know. Head pat. Where do we put him? Praying Mantid. Oh my god, I love that on High Priestess. Ooh. That's like a potent energy. It's saying that you're able to really intellectualize it's such a Weaver of Wheels feeling too, because it's mantid makes me think of mantid like beings and being so connected to other worlds and being able to rationalize them, being able to intellectualize that which so many cannot, being able to really understand the workings logically of that which is seemingly illogical, that which so many brush to the side, or that which others cannot fathom, like others try to but cannot. There's a sense that what you can do is, I heard nothing short of miraculous, but I don't think you and I would say that. It's like, what is a miracle? And you would probably be able to tell me, at least your perspective, because I'm sure you have a perspective on it. You might love to speak. I kind of got a sense of like usually, but not now. What's going on, pile 3? I feel like you're saying, I thought I'd be there by now. I got a blank card. Any more animal cards then? Woo! Manta rays. Love it. More potent intuition, divine, dark, feminine energy. You're being guided. And I want to say, like, don't let the traps of life seeming one way make you feel that it isn't all that you know that it is. What does your intuition tell you? What do you know? What is true to you? And I don't think it's even that you don't trust your intuition, though it may kind of be the moon in reverse, but I don't think that is. I think you are just tired. I think that you know the truth of your expression, and I kind of want to say, take a look at the world. I think you might get different things from that. Take a look at the world. Let's get a number card for you too. Look at you sliding out, knocking that heart. Power. This is, yeah, you have such a power. Your heart is powerful. Your communication style is powerful. I think you're a very potent individual, and I think that you don't go unnoticed, but maybe you do feel that you are. Whoa, we have 6666, but you could also read it like 9999. That makes me think of like also the 9 of Wands, like you're so almost there, and it's grounding. Something is grounding, but it's not grounded yet. But it doesn't mean that it's not. It just means that that like final piece that hasn't come to be hasn't dropped into place yet. I want to say allow yourself to trust, and I didn't show it, but I had like flicked it and found 69, which is just the 2 numbers I was seeing this to be. I also think that's a bit of like the end of a cycle of hardship and of waiting, and then the grounding of the abundance, the grounding of love, the grounding, yeah, because with all this heart communication, it's like you have communicated so much love, and I'm feeling like that's almost to the ether, like with High Priestess, it's like out to the universe, and I feel like there's a sense of this grounding and that becoming visible for you. Like for you to be able to experience all that you have put out, like back to you, for you to feel that within your own body, within your own experience, for you to really recognize the truth and see it more objectively of what you hold and what you have been caring for. What all this was for. Yeah. Because it wasn't for something small. And I think that's maybe why it took so long. Because there was so much being built up. There was so much intention behind it all. And it had a very powerful core. And it feels like I'm seeing the legs of the mantid, like it's putting everything in place so that it's perfectly aligned. And you may know this, you may feel and be able to intellectualize and express how everything has been playing out for you. You may continue to see the synchronicities that show you why everything is the way it is. You may continue to become more and more aware, to see the other side, to see both sides, to see within and outside. So I hope this reading is like a burst of energy in some way, in recognizing who you are and what you know that you are building or have built or are about to see the truth of. And I'm not here to tell you like it's gonna happen tomorrow. I'm just here to say that you know that this is destined to happen because it is what it is, because you know what this is, because you know who you are, and you're always following where you're led. Okay, pile number 3, that is where I leave your reading. I love you very much, and I'll see you maybe in your expression. Maybe I'll hear you, not see you. So yeah, I'll hear you sometime. Bye bye. Welcome in pile 4. I like your energy. It makes me want to think or say like go, let's go, let's do it. And you feel very different. Like I'm kind of like hopped up, like I'm not sat in my usual array of positions. I'm like bent. What do you even call that? I'm perched. You may be feeling like ready to go, or full of energy, or it's interesting. You have this amethyst, this purple amethyst, and it's filled with grey, but it's something that like broke you, something that maybe deceived you, is actually not feeling like a deception, and it's made you feel alive. I think you've come to like a childlike innocence of I can do anything. I feel like doing a little drawing for you. Or a big drawing, who cares? I didn't even mean to say who cares. Are you in an essence of like, who cares? Like, I do not care. I think it's filling you with an energy that maybe you really needed, or you've been waiting to feel for a long time. This is far more in alignment than you may be feeling, because I kind of feel like you might see what you're doing as still like uncaring, or like you're, because you feel like you're unbothered now, and I think you might still not fully recognize the purity of that, like, because I feel like you're doing something that, or like your response to something feels like, in a sense, you've let go of like something about your morals, like what you used to maybe try so hard with, or like hold up. It's kind of giving a sense of you always being very kind, and then something just crossing you one too many times that you give up being kind to maybe a specific individual, and you feel maybe that that's like being unkind, but actually that was the kindness that you had been missing. That was the kindest thing for you to do, for both you and them, to really be seeing maybe how they treated you, or how even maybe life treated you, and for you to subconsciously or consciously be saying, no, that's not okay. And that is kindness. Recognizing what you really deserve and how you deserve to be treated. Okay, I'm loving your reading. I'm loving it. I'm gonna drink some water, then we'll get some more somethings. I feel like I need something different for you. I need to play with something. What am I gonna use? Okay, give me moments. Oh, I know what I'll use. Okay. Just these. Okay. Okay. I have a baggie of, what are these? Smoky quartz. Here we go. Okay, what do we see? I see someone like a giant. It's like, this is the head, and he has an antenna. You can't, wait, can you see this guy? No, you can't see him. Can you see this one? No, you can't. Wait, I know, I have a solution. There you go. Ah! There you see, do those two? Okay. He's sat down, he's rested, he's in place. It's showing me, oh, who is that? It's not Heimdall, but that's coming to mind. It is Thor and Loki go on an adventure, I think, and they come across this like giant, and he, I think, appears as really maybe unwise, but he ends up tricking. Oh, is this like Loki of Asgard? I think it's like a different kind of Loki or something. The other Loki? Or is the giant of Asgard? No, not of Asgard. I don't know, but basically I'm getting like someone who appears as more innocent than they seem. It's a trickster energy. And playing, yeah, this is the Seven of Swords. This is the feeling of like you're playing with with being deceptive in some way. And it doesn't even have to be playing, but it's a sense of feeling enlivened by liberating yourself. Maybe now we can get some tarot. You know what? It's kind of even giving, like, with that giant imagery of, like, you're guarding something. You know that it's your right to guard it. This could be yourself. This could be certain parts of yourself or particular things that are outside of yourself. You're guarding something, and they want... Okay, what are you guarding? Because your emotions, yourself, your emotional landscape, which it's like a sense of emotional maturity. It's like you won't back down, you won't it's like a sense of, okay, so to guard your emotional maturity, this isn't just guarding your emotions, it's not like that, it's guarding your emotional maturity. So this makes me think of not letting in those that would jeopardize your ability to remain in a sense of emotional maturity. Some of you have, like, offers from people to collaborate in one sense or another, and collaborating with them would require you to... I don't really like this phrasing, but I'm gonna say it because I think it fits well. You might resonate with it. Like, to stoop to their level. So say they themselves aren't as emotionally... like, they're not aware of how to process emotions and how to I can't think of another way other than to be emotionally mature. They're not on that level. They don't have that degree of awareness that you do. Being in collaboration with them would require you to speak their language because they can't speak yours. And you know how to speak theirs because you've been in theirs, but you've also expanded your language to speak so much more. And this is a sense of saying, like, protecting your desire to speak your language, to speak the fullness of your language. I want to go flippity flop, but what is the sense of, like, you might not be saying, like, a direct no, or the way that you're moving might just feel somewhat wrong to you. It might feel somewhat deceptive, or like you need to... Okay, now what? What is this that I'm trying to express? Wing! 8 of Swords. Huh? Okay, I get it. In order for you to leave a place which would require you to stoop to the... I don't like the word stoop. In order for you to leave someone or somewhere that isn't able to speak your full library of emotionality, you are required to speak their language because they can't hear yours. So it's like you can't express the truth because they don't understand the truth. So it may feel to you like you're being deceptive because if you tell them the truth, which either this is like you do tell them the truth and they just don't get it, or I think what this is more saying is like you can't really tell them the truth because they won't get it. So you end up telling them like a half truth, or or just not saying the truth at all, in order to just get out, or in order to just make do, because they don't speak your language, so you can't tell them the truth. It's like a no-win situation. I think that cleared it up. I think that's pretty simple message. That's pretty simple message. I love language. Yeah, back of the deck is Ace of Cups. 8 of Cups. And my mouth kind of said ace. So it's like you are leaving emotional unfulfillment. You're leaving something that you once cared a great deal for that just isn't able to meet you, for ace, for a renewed sense of love, for that which does meet you, for emotional satisfaction within yourself without this. The ability to traverse your own realm and not be hindered by another person's own restrictions. Go where you are met, and maybe allow that to just begin with yourself. Okay, cool. What wants to pop out is Four of Swords and a little bit of Queen of Pentacles, which gives very much like self-care, looking after yourself, maybe feeling like you go through a time of healing, of feeling like a fullness of self, because Queen of Pentacles makes me think of being alone to care for all that you are, but it also makes me think of that boundaries that we spoke on. I feel like not letting maybe a particular individual into your energy, I feel like that will bring so much of a feeling of wholeness and abundance to you. Like you feel nourished. You feel so taken care of. It just might be that to leave it, you need to not be authentic, or maybe not even be what you would view as kind, because it's like that can't be received by them. It's like in order to, if you're trying to express the truth to them, I think that you would just, or like trying to get them to understand before you leave, it's like you'd be there forever, because the whole point is they can't understand. That's why you're leaving. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, any messages of clarity? We've got passion. Yeah, this just makes me think of... Okay, I'm feeling drawn to reading it, but this is weird. It's like I felt... Okay, this is what I just experienced. I just experienced this, like I got a message from it. It was clear. And I didn't feel drawn to reading the card. I felt drawn to just saying the message. But I found like I couldn't get at it. I think that's it again. It's like you know the way forwards, but like either way you don't get it. I couldn't express this card when I was trying to express without reading it, and I also couldn't express it when I was trying to read it either. Like I couldn't read it either, which just this does feel like a situation where you really can't get out what you're wanting to. It's like maybe this is something where you can't end it on peaceful terms. Passion, this speaks to like chaos and anger, so it's like this may cause a rift that maybe you were trying to avoid, but maybe you've already decided that you won't. And so there's like I heard a full throttle, like what's that? Full throttle towards your own happiness, your own empowerment. I kind of don't, change at the back of the deck. This feels like you are both changing your circumstances, but you're also changing the way that you were approaching this before. I think it differs. Some of you have already decided to change it. Some of you, this is just confirmation about what you already did. And some of you, it's more of like moving forwards, that there's going to be a change in the way that you would usually approach maybe closings, like endings. Yeah, I think that's pretty simple. You can't end this the way that you would usually, or I guess this doesn't have to be an ending at all. This could just be how you deal with a certain person or certain thing. My mind just goes to endings because of how many endings I have I've experienced in my life. Black Jaguar. Yeah, that feels like it. It's like between the worlds. It's also ruthless. So this might be perceived as ruthless to them, but to you it is, or maybe also kind of perceived as ruthless, but it is the kindest option. I think that that's the main thing that this reading wants to impart to you, that from a higher perspective, this is kindness. This is following love, Hadarians. It's an unconditional sort of energy where your bite is also fluid. I just think that you're not telling the truth in some sense. What if it is telling the truth, but it's... Okay, that's what I want to ask. Is this... I want to ask from this deck, though. I want to know if it's like the truth you're saying is the bite. That it can't be that. And maybe you would just view that as not kind. I feel like it has to be that this isn't the truth that you're telling. Are you not telling the... What are you telling? What are you saying? Authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Heart chakra. You're just in your power, and that might rustle feathers. What are you saying, authority? What are you saying? I guess it doesn't have to be that you're saying anything. Oh, actually, I think that might be it. Are you saying... Is this about... What form of expression is this? Because it has to be some form of expression, right? I don't think it's a form of expression. I think it's just simply a part of yourself that you're integrating. Maybe for some of you this does come in the form of an expression, but I think for most of you this is simply you embodying power. Might have felt wrong in the past. It's a sense of that, like, I don't care. And maybe you cared so much before and it wasn't actually from a place of love, but it was from a place of fear. And this place of not caring is actually from a place of love, where there's like you don't care because everything is okay. There's a sense of like unconditional love. Integration says the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Doesn't that just like completely express this energy? I feel like it does. I feel like it does. I love it. I love it. Not caring is your power. And it's not actually negative. It's, yeah, and maybe that passion too. It's like you're embracing every emotion. Ash. I need to look up ash trees because maybe I don't. You know what? Because it fell when I did that, and I felt like that was like a pointing me towards what I was actually saying, which was coming from first a feeling like I needed to know more. And the truth is that like my own perception of that was was lack, and the truth of like, actually I don't need to know, actually I don't care, like actually I'm only going to do the things I care about. That's what is okay. Did I express that okay, Lee? Did I? I don't care. I don't care if I did or didn't. This just made me think of Moirai, the Fates. I want to put him over there. It makes me think of the wisdom of the unknown, the wisdom of not no, it's just the wisdom of like, because Ash always makes me think of past, present and future. Always. Sometimes. Right now it's making me think of past, present and future, and it's making me think that this is just like embracing every single aspect of life, embracing the part of yourself that felt like it lacked power, and bringing a sense of fullness of energy there. Woo! Love it. I love it! Ah! It's giving Sun and Pluto vibes. I think. So, oh, no, it's not. It's giving Mars vibes. Okay, so we have fairies. Oh, fairies are so malevolent and what did he call them? They're sneaky bastards, they are. Fairies. Delicate little fairies. I just thought then, like, I shouldn't have called the fairies sneaky bastards. Because it was like, after saying that they're malevolent, it's like a no, it was like a sense of like, don't, this, I think this is where you come from, like, don't call the bad thing bad, because, or like, don't call the evil thing evil, because then it will come after you. And that just comes from a fear of it instead of an integration of it. Unicorn and home. Okay. Let's put that there and that there. Okay. I've calmed down now. So, unicorns and home. Unicorns also, I'm thinking of like the fairies and unicorns both have like such a lightness to them, such like a fairy tale child's innocence to them, but also they have a really dark side. Yeah, my mind is like filling with other things that are like that. And that home, it's like coming home to all parts of yourself, coming home to the part of you that maybe is in resonance with a darker side, or an evil, quote-unquote evil side. And that's what this is. It's like bringing that quotation mark to good and bad, to evil and what's the opposite of evil? What is the opposite of evil in like normal people terms? Normal people. What's a normal person? I'd like to meet one. You there, you're the normal person. Okay. Yeah, you're bringing a normality to everythingness. Like, you're bringing a normality to being the species that you are, no matter what species that is. It's like a recognition that home, where you've come from, is natural. is power, and that power isn't unwise or unloving. Yeah, this is like power to the light and the dark. Power to all corners of yourself. I kind of want to know. I heard in my head for idiot's sake. I was trying to say for like curiosity's sake. For idiot's sake. What card would come through in this energy from this deck? It's that one. This sometimes makes me think of the TARDIS from Doctor Who. So time, and I said that thing with the ash and time. But more than anything, it's like, it's not time that it makes me think of in this moment, it's everything. It's, again, that same reiteration, the integration of all that is. It's being connected. It's not a loss of connection. It's no borders. It's the remembrance that... The remembrance of what? The remembrance that we can find dark things pleasurable and we can find light things unpleasurable. It's such like a nature feeling, like it is what it is. Everythingness. This is like a surprising everythingness. A surprising energy. That's what wanted to be said. Maybe like it's surprising out of you or surprising for you. Or maybe like you surprise others in being this, having this, expressing this. I think it's more being this. It's like you accepting this is surprising to many. This one's like a flower guy. It's like you're seeing the depth in everything. You're seeing like the cells of all that is. Yeah, I love it. It's like revamping the idea of what kindness is. I like that kindness wants to come through a lot here. It's like finding kindness in that which is so often not seen as kind. And seeing that maybe that which is so often seen as kind can be the very opposite of it. Yeah, there's a whole play on deception and integrity, and sometimes the things that seem least with integrity, least with compassion, are the most compassionate. It's like sometimes the sharpest bite is the one that kills the animal fastest. So sometimes gentleness is not a strength. Sometimes gentleness is a lack of courage, a lack of acceptance of power. Yeah, I think your reading is all about bringing kindness to being ruthful. Ruthful? Is that I don't think that's... Ruthless. That's yeah, ruthful, and like kindness to ruthfulness and ruthlessness. That's where I'm gonna end your reading, Power 4, because I love that. Okay, I love you. See you in evil doing and the opposite of evil doing. Bye bye.